QUASAR, aka, do you know what her actual name is?
Avril Kincaid.
Yeah, I'm about to say, big hint, it's actually right there. So we're going to go ahead
Yeah,
and
it's
take a
right there
look.
on the screen.
So, of course, this is her new uniform. This is actually her classic uniform. And, of course, she actually has several, a lot of skill enhancement, and she is a universal superhero. So before we get actually into more of her skills, let's actually do a little bit of backstory. What can you tell us about her?
She was a SHIELD agent, originally stationed in Pleasant Hill, and she was kind of, just the leader of plainclothes surveillance. I want to point out she is not a member of the Ultimates team, and we do know that, though she is a part of this update as well. And she has a lot of really cool paraphernalia, including quantum bands that draw energy from the quantum zone, and capable of various superhero feats and abilities like energy constructs, cosmic awareness, the classic flight, and energy projection. She's capable of quite a bit.
See, it sounds like a lot. So before we go into some of her active skills, let's actually go into some of the effects the developers told us about her uniform itself. So, for example, one of the items we actually have listed here actually is that her hit chain damage actually has been increased to 20% while wearing this uniform. Additionally, all damage she received has actually been reduced can actually be reduced to 30%. Some of her passive skills actually are some changes have been made for her quantum shield effect. So in addition to her normal shield, when debuffed, all debuffs will actually be removed. Additionally, her Power of Quantum Bands passive skill has an additional ability of actually ignoring your target dodge rate by 40%. So something to look forward to. So that being said, let's move on to some of her actual skills in action.
All right.
Right,
nice entrance.
Yep, little graceful there. So a little tidbit regarding this. So a lot of her skills are actually the same. However, there have been some enhancement to her skills, and of course, there is an obvious new skill that has been added there as well. So go ahead and start. This is her basic attack. So again, a lot of her attacks are actually now energy based. We are going to start with our first skill, which is the energy kick. So go ahead and go over here, see it from this angle. So I'm actually going to go ahead and start from this angle, so you can actually, of course, see when she does her attack, the attacks continue going, penetrating through, and this has additional stun damage, and of course, it does energy damage as well.
Nice.
Moving on to skill 2, again, not a new skill, however, the new little effect is that it actually removes your enemy's buffs. And again, of course, we all love our stun. Skill number 3 is the Quantum Portal. Yes, added effects for this is that it actually penetrates your enemy's defense while also granting you a little bit of HP recovery.
Nice, like that.
Alright, we're going to check out skill 4, which is the Big Bang. Take a look at that again. I'm actually going to correct myself. So skill 4 actually for the Big Bang actually is the skill that actually penetrates your enemy's defense while granting HP recovery. We're going to go back to show skills 3, which is the Quantum Portal, actually grants causes a paralysis, while also decreasing your enemy's defense. So a little correction there. I'm actually going to go ahead and move on to these guys over here for her
Well, that is a good time to point out, actually, something we forgot to say earlier, which is this is not the final build, and some numbers may change from between now and between you get to have it in your hands.
That's right. So we're going to go ahead and restart again for her 5th skill, which is the Pouring Light. So here, added effects, foes are silenced, while also true damage is also being accumulated, while also granting you brief, and I believe we currently have invincibility. One more time, let's see it. As you can see in that initial attack, enemies are actually silenced. And of course, we're going to go ahead and move on to the newly added skill, which is her Awakening skill, which is the Quantum Impact.
Nice. Here comes some friends.
Of course, she calls on Spectrum and America Chavez for help, as she does additional things such as removing buffs and also removing any enemy debuffs, while also increasing your overall skill stats. Take a look at that skill one more time.
Wow, blink and you'll miss it. The friend entry.
And she flies right back in. Yep, there's many more skills to be added in that will be in that skill as well. So definitely be sure to take a look at that when the build goes live. So, also the developers are actually helpful enough to grant us some additional insight. So according to our developers, they say the number of hits for her skills have actually been increased. Additionally, it has been her skills 3, 4, and 5 can be improved and also canceled. So that let's take a look at that again. Yes, I'm reading directly from the notes. So some of the writing here isn't exactly proficient. Let me try that one more time. Take a look at some of her skills. So in addition, skills 3, 4, and 5 can actually be canceled whenever you want. So basically the effects that happen with those skills can be stacked. And the recommended skill combo is 3, cancel, 4, cancel, and 5. And that does it for QUASAR. So what are some final thoughts we have for this character? Do we have any feedback from the audience?
Yeah, there are some notes from those of you watching us, and yeah, we do look at these. Maron Choco says, love the space effect. Danilo Cesar Ribeiro says, beautiful. Rob Costa says, finally, after years, Bazar, B-A-E.
Actually, it has been quite some time since QUASAR actually has been even received an update. So we're definitely happy that, we're sure many fans are happy that she's actually finally received an update. So we're going to go ahead and move on to a highly anticipated character, which is Captain Marvel's new update.